you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome back to Digimon Cyber Sleuth. In the previous episode, I kind of left it off at a bit of an awkward spot, because I was like, if I keep going, we're not going to have much to do for this episode. But for those of you who do want to know what happened in the last episode, we encountered an eater. We learnt as well that they're now slowly digivolving themselves, or just evolving, whatever eaters do. They feed on humans, and they're now transforming into humans because humans carry data, apparently. I don't quite understand the logic behind human data in the real world, but I do feel that we'll get that explained to us. You would think for someone who has finished Digimon Cyber Sleuth, I would know the whole lore behind that, but I'm going to be perfectly honest, when I play through these games, for story-wise, I tend to mash the A button. I normally go through second playthroughs or something like that for lore reasons, and my first playthrough is mainly just to go through and, you know, play the game. And then second playthrough, as I said, it's to focus on lore and all that if I am interested in world development and all that, in which this case, yes, it is technically my second playthrough. Technically, it's actually my third if we're going on technicalities. The first playthrough technically didn't finish. Second playthrough did, and then now, this being the playthrough, I am slowly going through dialogue and learning lore, which is really fun. Although, if you really want to jump into lore, the Digipedia, or the field guide, that is very loud in my headphones, let's turn that down, actually goes through Digimon lore. So if we would like go right down the bottom and do, say, Alphamon NX, and then go over profile, you get a whole bunch of like lore. Well, not a whole bunch of lore, but a small amount of lore in regards to each of the Digimon. And then if you feel like researching them even further, you could always go to Digimon Wikipedia and look that up. And believe me, a lot of these Digimon do have really interesting lore. Anyways, I've spoken enough about lore. Let's get on with our cases. We're starting off with a main case, I do believe, because the last one we did was a side quest that was about the Digipedia in this world that was being corrupted. Anyways, we've got ourselves a digital network here. I see that sign caught your attention too. The Super Ultra True Puppet. It's quite the intriguing name, that's for sure. Like the name says, it's an exquisitely crafted doll made to look just like a human being that you can buy online, or sell here. Though calling it Supra and Ultra True is a tad redundant. They could have gotten to the point across without using both terms. It actually is not that expensive. I'm thinking of saving up my money and buying one myself. And it's made by Duraguma Corporated, Ltd. Is that limited? I think it is. A nice snappy name for a company, although they're a bit of a sketchy vibe to it too. Anyway, I wonder who the model behind this doll is. Come to think of it. I really screwed that sentence up. Hey, a case has come in from at the Inodin Occult Research Club. Drop by the office when you can, alright? What was that? That was not English, nor can I read. Good start to the episode. I thought my dyslexia wasn't on a high today, but apparently it could be, so we're in for an interesting episode if that's the case. Alright, anyways, we'll grab this case. Living doll, dead person, 3 stars. Now we're starting to get up on the difficulty scale. Rewards suck, but we do need to do this. Have you heard of Super Ultra True Puppets? We ply our trade there. Interesting. Anyways, let's find out what this is. The occult always has interesting missions for us, so let's just dive straight into this. Detective Kirami, you have to help us. You have to help us, please. May, calm down. I'm sure she'll help us. Tell me what's going on. What's wrong? Given that this business from the occult club, I take it we've got another supernatural case on our hands. Yeah, I mean, no. Probably. I don't think. I swear my so reminds me of Nokia. Could smack her with a brick and it would not make much of a difference to her. This has anything to do with the occult this time. Oh? Then why all the big fuss? Well, there are apparently these dolls being sold on the internet that just look like me and my. Wee bit creepy. I think these dolls are called Super Hyper Ultra Lookalikes or something like that. Huh? You must be referring to the Super Ultra True puppets. I've heard rumors about them. Alright, tell me more. These dolls, their faces, their bodies, everything from top to bottom looks just like us. They're so accurate. Wow, I can't say that word today. Then again, that's always been a word I seem to have issues with. Accurate. There we go. I think I finally got it. It's creepy. And to make matters worse, they're being sold real cheap. You think they could go for at least a little more money on the market. Oh, that's not really the problem here. You gotta get that right. But it still sucks. It makes me feel like they see me as some kind of cheap piece of junk. Let's avoid that. I could go on to a bit of a rant about that, but I think we'll avoid that for this early in the episode. I mean, I find it weird, too, that your dolls cost several thousand yen more than mine, but... Wait, so do you care about the prices after? I said it's not important. Anyway, these dolls that look just like us are being bought by otaku all over the place. And when I think about what those guys are probably doing with it, to them, it just really creeps me out. You know, this reminds me of another incident. I wonder if this is connected to that. What kind of incident? There's a really dicey looking service out there that's called the Perfect Girl Project. You can use it to get a living doll made in the image of your ideal girl and live the life you've always dreamed of. But the police have been hearing about how the owners of these dolls are going missing. I was just discussing it with Detective Matayoshi. Super ultra true puppets and living dolls made in the images of people's dream girls. I guess they sound like they could be related, but are you sure there's really a connection? That's the tough part to prove. To make dolls that look so similar to how you two really are, it'd take having specific data of your bodies. I imagine getting your hands on something like that isn't exactly easy. Well, technically, that's my favourite word today, I think. There is Eden. We have seen already that you can steal mental data from Eden. It wouldn't be that hard to steal physical data, considering a lot of people's avatars have a reflection on their real-world counterparts, so that could be the way that they're doing it, but that's just my 2 cents on this. Actually, I have an idea how they might have managed to pull it off. There's an LDC machine in an arcade in Akihabara that I think might be suspicious. LDC? You don't mean lustful dream chicks, do you? There's certainly not one for subtly, if that's the case. No, that's not it. I mean Living Doll Club. That's what the LDC stands for. Right, it's a machine... wrong voice. Right, it's a machine that scans all of your body and makes a 3D print figure of it. Our data could have somehow leaked out of that, I guess. Or that, yeah, that does sound plausible. I definitely can't deny the possibility. Then our next step is clear. We need to head straight to Akihabara and gather info on this Living Doll Club machine. That'll be your job. As for me, I'll see if I can dig up anything else regarding the Perfect Girl Project. Alright, Living Doll Club, Living Doll Club is just our keyword. Also, I forgot to mention, DigiLab is going, and there was a couple of things I did, kind of, in the background before I turned off my game, and was playing like Smash Bros and a whole bunch of other games. Unfortunately, when that happens, the Digifarms do stop, so the game has to be running for the farms to actually do anything. So by that I mean, you put the switch on sleep with Digimon Cyber Sleuth running. Yes, the timer does go up an awful lot, because if you go into my save data for this file and my backup file, I'm nearly up to 999 hours, which would be max. Although funny, my first playthrough was only 200 hours or less, but may have been 20 to 30 hours in reality. It was quite a short playthrough. I only maxed out 3 Digimon and that was it. And on my Switch though, it's not showing that many hours. I think it's only showing I've done 120 hours in this game, something like that. So it doesn't count in the Nintendo Switch Online profiles, but on the game it counts completely different, like how long it's actually been on. But anyways, that's just digression there. Because of that, I didn't get as far as I'd like, but if you were to go and have a look at their skills, I've now got an Antliamon, who is going for Nightmare level 3 at the moment, because she learns that at this particular stage. I think it's like in the 40s or something like that, so she'll have Hydro Water, which she got from Whalemon. Then, as I said, Nightmare level 3 from Antliamon. I may as well do it this way. Then we got Vademon, who's gone through the process of being... Sorry, let my brain come back for a little second. Can't remember who I got Burst Flame from at all, because I can't remember where I started. It could have been... I know where I got Heaven's Thunder from, but I can't remember Burst Flame came from him as well. Hi, Andromon gave me that, but as I said, I can't quite remember... Oh, Blue... No? Maybe? No? I don't think. Oh no, it was Metal Mainmon that gave me Burst Flame level 3. Never mind, my brain finally got there. Now I could Digivolve into High Andromon and got Heaven's Thunder. Then Digivolved into Vademon, now I'll get Nightmare level 3. Power Energy level 3 came from somewhere. I wouldn't have a clue, I picked that up naturally. It was like, hey, that's an extra plus. So, Power Energy level 3 is quite good for intelligent attackers or magic attackers. AKA anyone with brainy personality. So, Nightmare level 3 have come from Vademon. And I'll just figure out from there what I want to do after that. So this is the Digimon who'll actually go into my final product. And at the moment they're sitting at 45 API, which is very low, but that'll naturally go up as we're doing inherited skills. Aquilamon, all of them, Burst Flame level 3 came from Gardamon, I do believe. Yeah, Gardamon gave me Burst Flame level 3. I was originally going for Howlmon, then realised that was a bit redundant because Gardamon gave me that as well. So I got a lot of them. So they're actually Digivolving, then going back up again to go into someone else from memory to get Nightmare level 3, I do believe, as that's what I was going for. I just looked at my bloody tree for it and I've already forgotten. Good job me. Devimon, that's going... Who were you originally? Burst Flame level 3. You was Blue Meramon. That's who you were, so you got that. Then you Digivolved down, now you're going up into... what's your evolution? Myotismon, I do believe, or Venomyotismon. And then I'll just go from there, because I think that particular line then goes off into a couple of other ones. And then Clockmon I just got from this Convert. Woodmon as well I just got from Convert. So that's the farm at the moment. Nearly full, but as I said, there will be a couple of them pulling out once they're all got the inherited skills I want. And yes, the farm is really good to go actually. I've been spending that much time talking. Let's actually get some stuff done. Woo! It's amazing how much you do offline and you're like, I gotta explain all that and explain what's going through my head. Yeah, it's incredible. Anyways, I've got to go now to... I think I've got to go Shinjuku now and do some research there. And then we go off to where we've got to go. I think, or have I gone backwards? No, he's right there. That's right. Never mind, I had to come here for something else. Hey, what are you doing around here? You're telling me the great Cyber Sleuth is just walking around looking for a job? No, I just sidetracked here. Hey, you're just joking with you. If you're free to do, if you're free, do you want to hang out? Actually, this written challenge just came from some mysterious guy. Oh, this is our next mission. No wonder I had written down go to Shinjuku. It says, in my hand, I am holding a very rare out-of-print edition of the comic Bakugan Delete, if you want to accept the challenge. This is our second mission, but we're doing straight after the one we're doing now. Basically, this is a rare comic contest. What do you think? Interesting, right? We should do it together. Ah, I know. I'll send it to Kyoko as an official request. If she finds out we're slacking off work to go messing around, Kyoko's gonna explode. No, I don't think she will, but anyways, that's now that mission. So once we've done that, we've now got to go to Akibara. Now we're actually going into a mission. Okay, so now we're going to go talk to people about this whole doll club. And I do believe the one we're going to speak to is this maid off the top of my head. Is something the matter? You've been watching me so intently. I'm afraid you'll make me blush. You just wanted to ask about the Living Doll Club? As a humble maid, I don't know much about it, but apparently it's an amazing service that uses the latest in 3D technology. Okay, maybe not. It could have been that creepy guy I just walked by. Hehe, a cyber sleuth. I can't believe a job like that exists in the real world. Amazing. So cyber sleuth, how can I assist you? Figure-loving nerd boy. I feel like this is the guy. Living Doll Club? That's that sketchy Living Doll Club thing, right? I've never gone. I like my lady's oh, never mind. But I've heard people say the dolls are a little too real. You kidding? The first person I walked by was the person I had to speak to. Go figure. Alright, walk all the way around and let's try this again. Ignore those 2 ones and let's just pretend I just spoke to the sketchy guy that I walked by. Huh? You? Want to talk to me? Why? What is it? Aha, Living Doll Club, is it? For a time there, this was a huge ad campaign about how it used the latest in 3D tech and whatnot. There was a Living Doll Club in the arcade down the way, wasn't there? Right, now a new exclamation mark has just appeared. I totally didn't speak to anyone else, by the way. You there. I can tell from your body language, you're frustrated and unhappy. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I know this out of the blue, but I bet you're into beautiful women, aren't ya? I do believe when they were translating this, they assumed that you were going to choose a guy. But then again, I guess women could also be into beautiful women too. I mean, I would be too. I mean, if it was a drop-dead gorgeous woman with a love for video gaming, I'd be all over that any day. I have you know that I sell top-notch dolls, only the prettiest girls. Maybe you've heard of them. They're called Super Ultra True Puppets. If you want, I could let you have one for cheap. Go ahead, check this one out for yourself. It's Nokia. I'll pass, thank you. Granted, this one's an... I love that line! I completely forgot he said that, but yet every time I read it, it's just like so out of the blue. This is an ugly one that was made as an experiment and it hasn't sold well. I hate Nokia so much. It's just one of those well, I hate her at the beginning of the game, but near the end she's just a brilliant character I really do love. But at the beginning I can't stand her so much, but oh god, I love that line so much. This man, you're an idiot for just talking to just a random person that could be an undercover cop or anything, but you come out with that line and I salute thee. You are absolutely brilliant and I love you so much. But you understand how my real dolls look now, right? Well, if you're interested in having one of these for yourself now, I've got one something even better. It's top secret service. Nobody can know. Let me ask you, how are you doing health-wise? Well, let's see, sir. I have Eden syndrome. This body is merely just an avatar, and I am in a permanent coma. How does that sound? Best I've ever been. Well, enough. Meh, could be better, could be worse. Best I've ever been, mate. Great to hear. Really? Even if you weren't 100% perfect, you'd probably still be fine. I'll bet you're bored with how your day-to-day life is going. Wouldn't you love to just throw it all away and spend it with the girl of your dreams? Doesn't that just sound fantastic? Because with the Perfect Girl project, I can offer you exactly that. With the Perfect Girl project, you can have your ideal girl recreated and sent straight to your room as a living, breathing human being. There's just one condition you have to abide by if you use this service. Just one condition: you can be free from the tedium you live up until now. Mwahaha, I bet you're wondering just what that condition actually is. I understand that's a fair question to ask. Tell you what, I'll let you in on that one condition free of charge. The one condition is once your dream girl has been sent to your room, you can never leave it for the rest of your life. Simple, right? No. I spoke was it the last episode or the previous episode after that? I spoke about that, like, I enjoy being in the house, playing video games, but I do enjoy daylight. So, no. I want my daylight. Oh, you don't have to worry about survival. The girls take care of that for you. So what do you think? Not a bad deal, right? That's okay. Take all the time you need to think. Once you know what you want, get in touch and I'll make it happen. Do you want to spill the eggs now? Right now, I think I'll just go check out the LDC machine at the arcade. Couldn't you just spilt the beans just then? How's your investigating into the LDC machine coming along? Ah, so you're just about to get started on it. No, I have been talking. You encountered a suspicious man out by the LDC machine. That's good timing because I'm detecting a faint digital noise signature close to where you're standing. You better take a close look at that arcade machine. I bet you'll find some clues about how these super ultra true puppets are being made. As usual, this case is starting to take some weird turns, so be ready for anything in there. Puppetmon maybe? Looks like I can connect jump into the LDC unit. Then again, Puppetmon would be a little too obvious, so it has to be a completely different Digimon? Digimon, that's Pokemon, completely wrong tune. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. There we go, that's the tune I want now. God, I wonder how many, like, nostalgia breaks everyone just had just then. My Digivice just went off, so Digifarm is probably good to go. And that poor Bodemon never stood a ghost of a chance there. And nearly 200%. We did just walk by. No, I didn't. Ah. Anyways, this is a new network, as we can see. SP Capsule B, which is good. That's around what I kind of want at this point, is Bs and As. And Sprays is the other one that I want. Oh. That's open already. What? I'm so confused. How was that already open, yet that other one wasn't? Have I kind of been here, but also haven't been here? Or did I just skip through this and went la-di-da-di-da-di-da? Did I rush one of these? Don't know how that happened. I'm so confused. Normally I'm pretty thorough. Alright, let's just leave that and just go through and collect them. There's my box. Intelligence boost. Oh yeah, because that's one of the basic ones. I think I got that from farms and all that. So my my access point is just down here. So SP Capsule C is an intelligent boost. I think attack boost not so much either. Is completely full. Could always sell them. Hey! No, I was not expecting that. Woo! Third one, Billionaire USB. Yes! Oh, I'm so excited when I pick those up. They're just so hard to come by. There's probably one even harder than that I haven't found yet. Oh, it feels so good to get them. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get those last couple of items. I think there's like maybe one or two left. No item here. So we've only got one option, come down here. I could always, as I said, sell those intelligent boosts. HP. Did I? Oh, that has to be the enemy to the right of us. Yeah, it is. Oh! I swear that's the enemy from the Digimon movie. Infamon. And I think it digivolves once again. So yeah, let's just go through. Sell. And it was until it's equipment. No, it's not. It's a usable item. Yeah, I'm maxed. Oh, it doesn't give me that much money. I mean, it gives me something. Even defense boost, wow, attack boost, I'm nearly full too. I don't use these whatsoever. I am going to just sell them all. I seriously could not tell you the last time I ever used those. And then the other one I'm going to get rid of is not spray, it's C I want to get rid of. I mean, it's something. I didn't have a lot of spray B either, so... Yeah, no, not spray, capsule B. I need capsule Bs and As, as I said, but as we progress further into the game, they should start becoming a little bit more common. This must be one of the earlier dungeons, but as I said, I'm so confused how I didn't get the items. I'll take the scan, that's all good. Right, intelligent boots times 3. Now let's go take on this Digimon. I should take this out pretty quick, even with a couple of Digimon with low MP. I take people's data, make dolls from it. Lots and lots of dolls. Dolls that steal souls from people become dolls. The dolls are lifelike, the people are deathlike. Huh? Who are you? What are you? Any interference must be punished. And the interference must be punished. Punished! Die! Right, Nightmare level 3. That did minor damage. Ice Archery level 3. That did a load of damage. And hopefully... Oh no! Oh no, dude! I got one-shotted! Well, that sucks! I lost so much experience because of that. Ah, he took out my bloody boosting experience. Of course he goddamn did. Mysterious URL. Ah, that's annoying. Did you just come out of the LCD machine? You're not with the cops or something, are you? Are you? Something like that. Anyway, I'm going to say this one. I'm the cop's secret weapon. Oh, I didn't realize that was who I was hitting up. I must not be on top of things like I used to be. Well, I've made a good amount of money as it is. Maybe it's time to call it good enough for now. Don't bother trying to come after me. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's running away. See ya. Sucker. I can almost imagine him saying that if he's running off. Suckers! So the perpetrators behind this case are probably that salesman you met and a Digimon working together. It's unfortunate he got away, but will live. As we suspected, those two probably used the LDC unit to gather up Gel's data, and then used it to make the Super Ultra True puppets. Is it Durangaga? God, I've forgotten the name of the game. But the song that's playing now is by the same music director who did the music for Gaga. Oh my god, I can't remember the name. I recently retweeted songs from that game on my timeline on Twitter. Let's see if I could quickly do just a quick Google search. I think it's also an anime as well, but if you go to that game, it's also, like, I think all of the songs are from this particular, oh god, I can't remember how to spell it. Draga? I'm just gonna type in game, see if that comes up. Nah, I got nothing. I've completely forgotten the name of it. It was like and I don't think I'll be able to find it through my Twitter either. It's just, oh god. So many retweets, so many everything. It's gonna bite me in the bum, which I think it has. But if I go media, then again, I didn't post it. That'd be why it's not gonna pop up. Likes, maybe it's not as abusive there. Oh god. Oh god, this might be a mistake too. This could be a very big bad mistake. Oh wait, hold on, what's that? No, that was Umineko no Nako Korone. Baldur's Gate, Animal Crossing, Digimon Cyber Sleuth. That's Umineko no Korone. Final Fantasy, Donkey Kong Country, Professor Layton, Clockmon, was that Devil May Cry? Oh, Demon Souls. Fable, someone using a treadmill to play. Oh, Danganronpa version 3. Yeah, that's the one. Danganronpa series is what this music director mostly worked on for music, I do believe. So if you played that game and noticed some familiarity with this song, that'll be why. Same music director. Really good music too. Very techno, electronic. Electronic? Would you say that? As I said, not a music person at all. I suck at music. I didn't really do music study either, so that's the best way I can explain it. So yeah, I thought I might just throw that trivia in. Then does that mean you guys checked out the LDC unit in Akaba? That probably means you have a good idea of who's behind our dolls then, right? Don't get too excited, we didn't arrest the guy. But we have him, we've got him cornered. I doubt he'll try to pull something like this again anytime soon. But the question still remains as to what's become of the Perfect Girl project now. At the very least, we know each doll's look are derived from a real person. The doll's realism is then used to help sway potential candidates to join the project. What is the Perfect Girl project even really about in the first place? I think Detective Kurumi mentioned that people who are part of it have been disappearing, right? Indeed, KrimZen actually picked up some rather useful information about what's required of anybody who does join the project. Well, what is it? Anybody who has their dream girl sent to their room can never leave it, ever. I'm sure I don't need to explain why that's probably a bad deal. Oh, what's this? My, it's a URL left at the scene of the crime. This might come in handy. I want you to go to that URL and check it out. But don't worry about going too deep inside. We don't know what you'll find in there. It's very possible we could be dealing with something extremely dark and sinister. Dark and sinister? We're talking as grim as the stuff you look at for fun in your club, maybe even more so. Whatever's on the other side is not going to be pretty by any means, and they always say the grass is greener on the other side. No, that's a lie. Off I go, but another thing I was just thinking about then was how do you find a URL just laying around? Anyways, this is the URL that we got left to. This, I think, is one of the rooms. Huh? Who are you? A cyber sleuth? Heh, man, this place sure is getting crowded now. Is this my room? Yeah, of course it is. What is this about being inside Eden? Hey, stop joking around. This is clearly the real world. How could I be in cyberspace? Just give me a second while I try and figure out how in the heck does this guy not realize he's in Eden. It has to have done something to his brain. Fried it, manipulated it, but then again, as I said, we are talking Eden. There could be a bazillion things that it does to your brain. I mean, look at Sword Art Online, what it does to you there, as an example. We are talking in a futuristic world where people can be an avatar and jump out of that, or get Eden syndrome just by dying in a game and then have that affect your real world brain. Who are all these girls around me? They're my dream girls. My dream girls are as pure pristine dolls. Yep, this has all been made possible thanks to the Perfect Girl project. You know, you really know your stuff. As promised, in exchange for these dolls, I've stayed locked up inside my room. Life with these girls is the best. I couldn't be happier. Excuse me, these take care of everything I need. I really don't want to know. Really, I don't see any reason to ever leave this place anyway. That's perfect here. But this is really inside of Eden? Haha, cut it out already with that man. Are you sure you're not the one who's actually dreaming right now? Can I give him a good slap? Huh? Alright then. So that URL led you to one of the victims of the Perfect Girl project. Victim? What do you mean? Remember, to join the project, you have to stay holed up inside your room for the rest of your life. But in reality, he was lured into Eden and now he's living with those girls there while he's actually unconscious. But that means... Right, so so-called life he's leading with those girls in cyberspace is just one big lie. The whole thing's just a sad scam. Anybody who falls prey for it is unwittingly imprisoned themselves for life inside cyberspace, thinking they never left the real world at all. That makes sense, although it also makes sense if you think about the name of the company behind it, Jiragumo. Jiragumo is a mythical spider who appears as a beautiful woman to attract men to her waterfall. They plunge in for her and die at her hands. That also reminds me of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, how that ends. Although, isn't there like a better Digimon they could have used instead of that spider thing? Because there is legitimately, like in Season 2 of Digimon, isn't that a spider woman? Oh god, I haven't watched Season 2 in so long. I've forgotten the Digimon's name. She's walking around with a Digimon as well. My god, I'm blanking on Season 2. I watched more of Season 4 and Season 1 than Season 2, obviously. Season 3, I have even some blanks as well. Wow, I need to go binge Digimon. Please, I need to go do that, actually. That sounds really fun. I knew if there was anyone here who'd know about this, it'd be you, Mai. You really know your occult history. Okay, so I get all that, but why go to the trouble of locking victims up in their room and then imprisoning them in cyberspace? I know why, and I ain't gonna be verbalizing it either, considering how many bloody crime documentaries and, yeah, all that I've watched. You think for someone who is easily influenced by scary games and all that for nightmares and night terrors, I wouldn't be looking up crime documentaries and all that. But as I said, I did study well, I don't know if I actually said it in the video, but in Twitter I definitely said it. I've studied forensic science for a couple of years because I had an interest in forensic science, like blood spatters, all like these different ways of solving crimes and all that I had a bit of a fascination with. Plus, I did grow up with parents who were fascinated by murder and crime documentaries as well. Like, whenever they were the premiere on TV, we'd always record them and then watch them afterwards. My mum was also in the medical profession as a nurse, so she'd always go through and watch documentaries or series on where they go through and explain how a person was murdered, how they were murdered, and why they died, like certain impacts, breaking of certain bones, say like the biggest bone in your leg, if that gets a crack or a fracture and it's not tended to really quickly, that fills up with blood, and in the end it causes you to die. I forgot the reason why. Someone will correct me in the comment section why that's the case, who has a medical background. All I know is that's a very vital bone, and if that fills up with blood, you basically, you cark it. And a whole bunch of other stuff like that. So I've grown up with an influence to like it, but at the same time, as I said, I do have a fascination. I can't say fascination. Still can't say it. Having one of those days, just a very off day. Ignore me, I think might be having a stroke. I haven't knocked my head or anything, but it's not to say I did it during the night. Who knows? Or it's my medication just really screwing with me again. If somebody's stuck in Eden, then thinking they're still in the real world and don't log out, then all that's left inside the locked rooms are living bodies, which could be used for any number of things. As I said, don't want to verbalize what. Like what? According to police investigations, the victims' bodies are carried off by a third party and then taken overseas to foreign countries. What? Why would anyone do that? A lot of the applicants are young and healthy. There are those... there are who knows how many people around the globe who'd want such fresh bodies. That's horrible. We don't know for sure that it's anything along those lines. It's just a theory right now. Just thinking about it gives me real goosebumps. Anyway, about that guy your assistant met a little while ago, what do you think has happened to him? It's hard to know for certain. On the one hand, his body might already be lost forever. But on the other hand, we might still have a shot at saving him. Might as well see if we can still call it out to him. But we should be prepared for the worst. Jeez, that's scary. As I said, there are some pretty dark topics in this game. I've already had to censor out a couple of them because of YouTube's guidelines. Because this doesn't go into actual detail mentioning stuff, I won't have to censor this, luckily. What's this? Please, you need to log out. Is this another one of that kid's pranks? How many times do I have to tell you, buddy? I'm in the real world. I couldn't log out even if I wanted to. You must be pretty clueless if you think this could possibly incite Eden, haha. Well, it couldn't hurt to try. I mean, there's no way it'll work. That's not how it works in the real world. I mean, come on. Huh? What am I seeing here? I don't get it. Error. Nowhere to log out. Press F. RIP. We've lost a poor soul. That ended very dark. Not worth rewards for that ending. The line between dreams and reality can be murky. It is why I can't dismiss the possibilities outright. Who are we to say we don't live in a dream? Anyways, we now go on to the next main case, which is with Arata. This is kind of one of those lulzy dialogue type of things. It doesn't really have any type of main conclusion, whatnot. This is just for the expansion plugin! Which I don't need! I need a development plugin. I'm hyping that up for no damn reason. I am so sorry. I got salty there. It's like I don't need expansion. I need development. It is good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't need that at this point. Because I don't need to develop my... Sorry, I don't need to expand my farm too because that's for Brainy at the moment. And I can't do Brainy until like chapter 15 properly, so there's no point expanding it. Alright, anyways, I don't know why I'm coming out here. I think DigiFarm might be good to go, so let's go check that. But we need to actually go to the Community Eden area. 2 minutes left on here. We don't need to heal any Digimon either, because there's no fights. As I said, this is all purely just dialogue and fun shenanigans. Not even fun shenanigans, actually. It's just do a couple of things, go here, go there, and that's the end. You get an easy expansion plugin. I'm still salty it's not development. I'm hoping we get a development plugin very soon. Right, Eden Community Area. And we'll find Arata right here. Ah, you're here at last. You're late. I had to do something else, mate. Hey, is this your friend? Uh-huh. This is, Okay, so it's the two of you who are doing the rare comic contest this time. Okay then, do your best. Well, see you around. So, I was telling you about the written challenge from the suspicious guy, right? That suspicious guy is a rare comic collector. He binges participants. Yes, dyslexia, that makes no sense. Told you this would be an interesting episode. I can't say words, I can't read properly, it's just a dyslexic day. And you know what I gotta record after this? I have to record Paper Mario next. I am so not looking forward to that, because that's got dialogue too. He brings participants in with the promises of rare comics and then gets them to answer fan questions he comes up with. All over Eden, there are contest organisers, so-called game masters who ask the questions everyone has to answer. I need a drink of water at this point. It's plain water. I have like electrolyte powder that I throw into my water just because, you know, as I said, I have a thing for electrolyte water. I find it a little bit more tastier than plain water, plus it has a lot of extra benefits that help me out an awful lot, especially for someone, as I said, who is heavily medicated. It just cancels out a lot of things that medication does to you, which a lot of time is very nasty. It just keeps my system running. Oh, I think I overshook it. Oh, that's nice. Oh, a bit bubbly though. I'll just let that simmer a little bit, settle down, and it'll be fine. Woo! All the flavour just went straight to the top. Ooh! Blueberry. Very blueberry. Woo! The way it works is that the first one to reach the rare comic collector will be presented with one of his best comics. You can't just buy a rare comic from the collector. Man, what I wouldn't do to get that rare comic. I'm literally salivating at the very thought of it. Oh, what would I salivate over? Oh, actually, what would I salivate over? Most video games I can just buy online anyways. eBay, not really Amazon. I haven't had any luck with finding things there yet. I have a lot of retro games I have contacts with locally, online as well. Although the thought of like adding a couple of extra consoles to my collection kind of makes me salivate a little bit. A Mega Drive, a Dreamcast. Two I've actually got my minds on at the moment is the Sega Mega Drive and the Dreamcast. They're the two I kind of want to add to my collection, and that's just about it. I don't think there's... Or maybe an Atari 2600, only because there's nostalgic regions attached to that. Atari 2600, things like Pitfall, Pong, Breakout or Asteroids, I think it's also referred to. There's a couple of other things it's referred to as well. And, God, there's so many other games I could potentially mention for the Atari 2600. That's where I started officially. My parents, I think my dad was the one who owned the Atari 2600 when I was a kid. That was the first video game console I ever played. The first game I ever played was Pong. Very fitting, because that was the very first video game. And then after that was arcades, and then the Nintendo 64. Didn't have anything else before that, Super Nintendo, NES. PlayStation 1 wasn't where I started. With that end, I went to PlayStation 2. Oh god, so many like nostalgic memories as a kid playing video games. Growing up in a video game family just helps an awful lot too. Mum used to play video games, used to have family nights with Mario Party. I could nostalgia, play a video game. We gotta do it, we gotta win. We need to get our hands on that rare comic. Huh? You don't want to know what Back and Delete is? It's a long story, but a good one. Okay. I'm assuming it is a real thing, too. Back and Delete, or Back and Deli, is set in a turn-of-the-century dystopia. Bakken, or Bomber Garden, is the scene of a wild hero and heroine adventure. The story is Shuko Haku. He's the head of the student council, a brilliant genius, and a senior at a private school called St. Arrays. Not just that, he's an incredible hacker. Aku Suko Delete. He's vowed never to kill. He's destroyed evil hackers all in the name of justice. At the start of the series, he's a detective, wow, can't say that word today, who can use hacking, but... Huh? Are you even listening to me? I am. Well, I did tell you it was a long story. I was fascinated. Goddamn protagonist of a video game, why are you not interested? Well, anyway, Back and Delete is now out of print. This is an amazing chance to get the final volume of the comic, which is extremely rare. Huh? Why is it out of print? Well, that's a long story. Want to hear it? Okay, go for it. Well, it's just an overreaction. From when it was published, harmful hackers started to pop up in Eden, and people feared the comic was to blame. Oh, one of these, like video games, related to violence, even though that study's just a load of BS. I mean, yes, there are some, don't get me wrong, some crimes that were based off of video games. I ain't gonna mention them because I'll get yellow marked and I won't gonna get remove it, and I'll have to censor myself, which I don't particularly want to unless I really have to. But yeah, there are some, but there is only a minor percent that are based on video games. The large majority of them, no, there is a bigger reason behind it. Can we just... There are psychologists in the world. There are supposed to be leading psychologists in the world. Why are we not using them to... For a person to go out and do that, they have to have a wacky mind to begin with. God. It's like one of those really bad debates. But as I said, there are definitely mental reasons behind it. Video games are definitely not the main cause of it. There are other reasons behind it. God. As I said, it fires me up as well. I really hate the subject because it's, as I said, it's a lot of BS for someone who is a gamer, but I don't have those thoughts. Anyways, this brought up that subject. I hate that. But yeah, I can see where he's coming from and why the publishers would have dropped this comic. There has been real life examples of it. Australia is one for known for dropping games very quickly and banning them for being released in Australia because of that fear. There was Saints Row that was dropped. I think GTA wasn't allowed to be sold in certain shops as well. Or they had to be sold behind the counter and you had to ask for them. You had to show ID as well. You couldn't have a kid around you and all that. Just very strict gaming laws here in Australia, which makes it really rough. And it has not changed. So if you're wondering why I tend to go US or Japan releases mainly and hope they have English subtitles or English dub and whatnot, that's why. Our laws here suck. And it gets around all that too. Thank God for region locked and region free stuff. So fun. It was always just a minor comic with a few fans. The shop stopped stocking it 3 days before the arrest, making it an extremely rare comic. Now you can get the contents of the comic on the web, but nothing beats the real deal. Exactly! Same with the video game. People are like, why don't you emulate? No! I like having the physical game in the console. Running it on a physical console, you cannot beat. It is the legit real thing. Emulators, as I have said before, it doesn't feel like the real thing. It has pseudo graphics, they bump it up, they sharpen it, they make it look all fancy for sure, but it's not the real thing. Same with the frame rate. It's faster, it's 60 frames per second, it's the best. No, it's not the same frame rate. As someone who grew up with the Power Region N64, which is 25 frames per second, compared to NTSC, which is 30 frames per second, 60 means nothing, I do believe, on a lot of those N64 games. It just makes it run a bit faster. But again, it's not the real thing. I don't know, that's just me. As I said, I prefer physical console. Everything just feels legitimate at that time, and it feels like the real deal. And emulator just really takes away from that half the time too. There are a couple of times I will have to use an emulator. One of them being a multiplayer Ocarina of Time. I will have to use an emulator at that point because you can't do it on a physical console, obviously. But most things I can do on a physical console these days. There are very smart ways around that stuff for a lot of the modding scene. But yeah, it's... Can I just get off this subject? Hey, are you even listening to me? Arata, you made me go on 2 rants already with just one subject. You want to know why, who this suspicious guy who issued the written challenge is? Well, basically, you see, I guess nobody really knows, to be honest. Okay, so this is the starting point. The Game Master must be around here somewhere. Let's find... Excuse me, that water's now giving me the hiccups. Let's find the first Game Master and solve the first puzzle. And my farm is now done. Game Master, I think, is down this way. Haha, you're also a participant in the contest, right? Okay, so answer the following question. Question. In which frame of which volume of the comic series did the main character's rival, Suke Ginda, first appear? How the heck am I supposed to know? I'm pretty sure all of these are wrong. Oh, this is a difficult question for you. It's an easy one for me. The answer is volume 43, frame 2, right? It's a scene where General Asimo brings him to the classroom. Ha, correct. But that was just a beginner look. That's beginner? Who memorizes frames and pages for a comic? Stupid question to probably are people that go out that far. Next, please go to the entrance of Eden. You'll be asked another question by the next Game Master. Alright, off to Eden we go. Well, not Eden, the entrance. I'm already on it. Eden entrance. Okay, the second game master should be around here somewhere. Let's look for him and answer the next question. And then I've got to make a duck off to Digilab anytime soon too. Right, next game master is here. Are you the game master? Heh, okay then, let's get started. Question. In Baku Delete, what is the name of the pet rabbit that belongs to Rodrigo, the main character Japanese Brazilian next door neighbor? Mr. Ears sounds right. The dog was called John, the cat was called Polish, and the monkey was called Etikarana. Etikarana? Really? Is it Pono Kichi? Wow, that's amazing, correct. So far you've been able to answer all the questions easily, just what I expect from you, Arata. Next you should go to Eden Community Area, which we have not unlocked until now. They will be asked the final question by the next Game Master. The first one to answer the question correctly will be given the rare comic. Okay, try your best and good luck. Alright, so as I said, the community area was not available to us until at this precise moment it finally gets opened up. I do believe... Oh no, I'm thinking another area. Wait, I've gone to the wrong... Oh no, this is the wrong forum! I want... Oh no, sorry, I haven't... Ah, god damn it. The one I'm thinking of is free space, never mind. Haven't unlocked anything, ignore me, I'm just having a moment again. The top tier game master should be around here somewhere. Let's look for him and answer the next question. Here's the next question for yous. Do you think Arata's gonna get it correct? Or is he gonna screw this up? You're the top tier game master, right? Precisely. You finally made it here. Of course it would be you, Arata. So, shall we get to the final question? Question. The main character in Baku Delete, Shoko Haku, went to a school by the name of... Here, that's an easy one. It's called St. Aray's Private High School, right? However, I'm afraid I need the exact name and address of the school. But I don't know. We're not gonna know it. How are we gonna, say this? Pretty sure all of these are wrong, too. Oh, no. Sorry. Wrong answer. Which one is it? Oh, yeah, I think it came up in volume 18, the scene with the school entry application acceptance. Ah, oh, damn it. Come on, I know this. I don't remember. Hey, KrimZen, can you go figure it out? If you go ask some comic book nerds around the Broadway used bookstore, they'll probably know. Please? Alright, we go back to Broadway now, and they'll give me the perfect opportunity to go sneak into Digilab and do my farm. So much for, this won't be using up my usual time. Then again, it has been an awful lot of dialogue, and then Arata, of course, making me go on ranting sessions. I hate that. I hate that I can easily just digress off with a massive rant-esque type of dialogue. HP attachment B. Lame! Actually, I'm not going to start with another farm. Because I'm not going to be playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth after this. I'm just going to go straight into Paper Mario. Alright, so for that we need to go to the escalator. Which is up yonder. Right, there's two people here who potentially know the answer. What now? Let's go. Huh? You said Ray's High School's address. Who the hell are you and why are you asking me this out of the blue? St. Ray's High School, you mean the one that was the main character from Baku Delete went to? Well, you know, even though I'm an expert at everything to do with comic books, when you ask me out of nowhere like that... Heh, nah, that's an easy one. St. Ray's High School is at Kingston 5-8. But why are you asking? What? A rare comic contest? If you could answer the question to get a copy of the legendary final volume of Bakudeli. What? No frickin' way! Are you kidding me? You gotta tell me about it. Oh, dude. That could be a bad idea, because it means Arata has, like, more competition, and he could easily breeze through, considering he said he was, like, you know, he knew everything when it came to comics. And doing that voice also really hurt my nose. Ugh, I wasn't even holding my nose either. I just scrunched my face up to kind of give a nerdish voice. I have not hung out at like a nerd joint any times like recently at all, so I have no idea how your typical nerd sounds at all. Jesus, I've been socializing with the public a little too much then. I used to hang out at those establishments an awful lot. Now I just don't these days. Oh yeah, that's it. It's Kingston's address, but I can't remember the number. Come on, come on, come on! Hurry up and answer already. Someone else will win the rare comic. No! I just imagine that voice in like Darth Vader's voice. Oh, KrimZen, how did it go? Did you know the answer? That's it, Kingston 5'8". That's it, exactly. Congratulations, that's the right answer. Yes, I did it. KrimZen, thank you so much. That's it, you've answered all the questions. Please go to Eden Free Area now. If you get there first, the comic will be yours. Yeah, KrimZen! The mysterious guy who organised this contest seems to be the Eden area, free area. Yeah, the Eden Free Area. Quick, let's go. Okay, I think this is where we're unlocking, is the free area. Which I swear we have not unlocked already. That's the area I do believe I'm thinking of. Yes, it's the one we unlocked. That's, as I said, I said that a little too early. I was meant to say it now, for the first time. Ignore it, say it, just pretend I never said it earlier, and I'm only saying it for the first time now. But before we go any further, we need to scoozy on over here. Grab the Skull Satomon medal. You can pick that up at any time, by the way. You can pick that up afterwards, or you can pick it up now. Anyways, the guy's right here. Hey, Arata. Oh, so close. What? Unfortunately, someone else got here before you. You're the second one here, Arata. No, really? Yeah, it was really just a split-second difference, actually. Ah, can't believe it. I tried so hard. Well, what can you do? It was fun, so I guess it's not a total loss. It was a nice way to pass the time. Haha, well then, Arata, maybe we should hold another rare comic contest in the future. Oh, cool, yeah, definitely. Next time I'm the organizer. Huh? Oh yeah, I know this guy. Huh? You said he was suspicious looking. No, I never said that. Well, I think it spices it up a bit. Calling him suspicious and all that. Actually, I do that all the time with my friends. Oh, nice. That means I'm suspicious looking then. This guy is, well, sort of my friend or whatever. What is it? Is something wrong? Arata, you're friends with some weird people. You're just posing as a cool loner. Yeah, you're such a nerd. Don't say that. That's not true at all. Well, even so, it was fun, right? You should take part next time too. And with that, that's the case done. It was kind of unfortunate we didn't win at the end, but hey, it was fun. Back and Delete, a comic about hackers engaging in battles with each other. It's a comic for people like him who have a kind of sickness. Still a rare comic contest amongst friends. I wonder why humans would bother putting so much energy into something so utterly fruitless. They really have a lot of time on their hands. Did anyone notice that weird wording? That's a bit weird for Kyoko to say that. Ooh. Do I smell foreshadow alert? For those who know the ending to this game, don't spoil it for everyone. Please! Because I'd rather everyone enjoy that moment. Anyways, farm expansion plugin. Blah. People are never-ending sources of surprises. I never pictured Arata as a type to hang around otaku crowds myself. Really? I could. Anyways, that's chapter 8 done. We're now moving on to chapter 9, which is a big chapter. Sorry to keep you waiting. Took some time to do a little prep work. That's fine. I am really looking forward to seeing your Kamishiro infiltration plan. Excuse me. What did you need from me? Yuko Kamashiro. Sorry to have called you here out of the blue. So we have the Cyber Sleuth's connection jump, my hacking skills, and your connections. My plans involve using all three of these in concert for the first time. Connection jump? You didn't know about that. Explain it to her, KrimZen. Half cyber body? Is that even possible? I see. I think I understand now. That's why you've been able to move about so mysteriously at times. So then you have Eden syndrome as well. No, it's nothing. I'm sorry for interrupting. Please continue. I'll explain the main thrust of the strategy now. Our target today is the secret database on Kamashiro's Avalon server. Beyond this is a top secret area known as the secret room. The secret room? Yeah, Kamashiro's most confidential area. In other words, the location of the folder for every Kamashiro CEO, including Kashibi. Once that folder is open, you can dive into the Kamashiro's confidential database. Man, this detective agency is turning out to be scarier than any hacker team I know. I'll take that as a compliment, yet the operation still ended with nothing to show for it. Now I get it. You've got your eyes on an even deeper level. That's the plan. Using a connection jump, we can get in as far as the confidential database. First, we use our Kamashiro connections to get us invitations to the preview event at Kamashiro HQ. Kashibi, the CEO of Kamashiro, mentioned it, right? It's a preview of the big update for Eden. We'll have KrimZen infiltrate the confidential database from a terminal there. Once in, send an invitation URL for the database to me, and I'll be able to get in as well. Then you'll access the secret room, correct? Yeah, once we have the data kept there, we should be able to solve this whole thing, including figuring out Pseudo's true motives. For that, we're gonna need you to tap your connections once again, Yuko. The passcode that gets us into the secret room changes every day, right? The only ones who know the passcode is Kashibi. We need you to get closer to her. You're the only one of us who can. You want me to steal the passcode from her? Well, that's the plan. Once we're in the top secret area, I'll override the security so we can communicate with Kyoko. You can tell us the passcode via Kyoko. Huh? What is it? Don't tell me you've suddenly come down with a case of cold feet. No, that won't be an issue. But I do have one request. My father, Satoru Kamashiro, his notes and research data should still be in the secret room. Could you also get those for me? I'm sure the truth about my father's info related to this Eden syndrome is in there somewhere. I see. We're certainly unable to find anything conclusive last time. If there's anything, it's probably be in the secret room. Okay, I'm down with that. I won't make the mission any harder anyway. Well, we don't know if the data is even there to begin with, but you're right. There's one other possible data storage site. The Valhalla server, which is one of the core of Eden's quantum processing and control. The server's got to have all of Eden's history recorded on it, dating back to the very beginning. Whoa, hang on a second. The Valhalla server? Oh, sure, go right ahead and name drop that like it's nothing, why don't ya? Even the most legendary of hackers couldn't hope to get close to that thing. It's got the toughest security in the world, all in one place. Oh, admitting defeat already. That's not like you. Wait. Did you have a bad experience there? Who asked you? It doesn't matter. That server is no-go. It's not something we can just hack into. But if a Digimon program was to use for the hacking, there might be a way. What did you say? Nothing. It's a gamble just infiltrating the secret room. Asking us to hit the Valhalla server is another matter entirely. I want nothing to do with it. If you bail on us now, we'll lose everything. Anyway, our target today is the secret room. That's all there is to it then? He who runs after two hares will catch neither. That's fine with me. Okay, let's get this mission started. Our master plan, chapter 9, and that is where we end this episode. So you guys have already heard what we're doing in the next episode. We're going to infiltrate the secret room in Kamashiro's server, and potentially even hit the Valhalla server, which is a mythical server that hackers dare not tread. So, thank you for tuning into this episode. I may have to censor the last little bit. If I do, I apologise for that. But YouTube's very finicky when it comes to those particular subjects. Anyways, until next time, make sure to stay beautiful. And this is Lady KrimZen saying a ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!